Yo, what's up? We're back again. This is Kilimanjaro Podcast, episode Who the Fuck Knows. We're here with... You want to introduce yourself?
Uncle Pri is here.
Uncle Pri, though.
There we go.
Uncle, man.
Why you call yourself Uncle? Let's start with that. What's going on?
Nah, basically,
Yeah.
I was that guy when I was at uni.
Yeah.
Who, and like even before uni, I'd be looking after everyone. So if we went out, like Oceana Watford days,
Yeah.
make sure I got cab money sorted.
Back in Oceana.
Listen, I had cab money sorted because it's a bop to get home.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And so I was that guy that always like cared for everyone. When I was at uni, like there was like a big squad of us, like 15, 16 of us. Sometimes I just went out with all the girls.
Yeah.
Gotta make sure they get home safely, innit?
Yeah,
So I kind of always had
Good
that.
Samaritan.
That's
Nothing
it.
else. Just Good Samaritan.
Exactly that.
I'm not trying to pull no one. Yeah. Fair.
I always had that like uncle vibe, and then at work, carried on, and then my boys are like, "Look, man, you're like Uncle P, man, you're Uncle Pri." So I said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna run with it." And then it kind of tied into like coaching as well. So I was like, "Let's just do that."
There's no way you jump from that to that. We need to go investigating this shit.
Yeah, listen, that's what this episode's about, man.
I guess so. I guess that's why we do podcasts.
That's
You know what I mean? But yeah, no, Uncle kind of comes with that association of like that guy who's like a couch potato, kind of just sits there, blah, blah, blah. Do you not feel like that?
I'm
a little bit.
Like everyone has that family member that
muted, mate.
Sorry. That's all good. Everyone has that family member like you want to touch base with, you want to talk to about X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
I'm that guy. So like whether it's friends who going through something or just general advice, look, I'm here to listen to you. So it kind of ties in, and I've always been that kind of like that motivational guy at work. I was always there to like go speak to people if they're going through like shit times in the office or going for something personal. I'm like, let's talk, what's going on, let's go get some tea, let's get some coffee. Like stealing the living, basically just chilling.
Yeah, man. But like, I don't know, how did you know you were that person? So was this literally just because of uni times and you were like, okay, cool, I might fit into this mold.
Yeah.
So I might as well just carry on giving advice because it seems to be working. Was it that kind of thing where it's like, it seems to be working, so fuck it? Or was it like, you know, I'm an empathetic person, these are my character traits, maybe I can work on this further?
Yeah.
Like, you tell me.
It was like, I've always been that kind of person, and like I always used to like try and motivate as many people as I could, and I'm always like helping people. But the honest truth behind it was I had no idea what I was doing, like doing this coaching course. Like I did it because I couldn't travel. It was like COVID, wanted to just leave work, travel for like 2 years. I couldn't, and then I saw this course and I was like, well, let me work on myself a little bit more. Let me just see what I can learn from this. And part of the course was I had to learn how to coach other people. And so it kind of all just started falling into place. And I thought, well, listen, I'm at home, I'm not paying any rent, I'm chilling, I might as well give it a go. And especially being COVID and everyone going through like tough times and stuff, it seemed like a perfect opportunity. And I just thought, let me just run with it. And that's that. And
that probably resonates with us a lot, because one of the main motivations to starting this podcast was the fact that we weren't getting that social interaction that we're used to. And like, I'm definitely one of those people who like to have a lot of people around, kind of like a need to have people around, if that makes sense. And after having time to myself, I was like, listen, I really thrive off other people's energy. I guess I am a little bit of an extrovert, although at times I feel like I'm ambi, so like in the middle.
Omnivore.
But yeah, it's like, omnivore. I thought it was ambi. Anyway,
I don't know, you know.
Who cares? But yeah, it's like we just needed that social interaction, because I felt like we weren't living a human experience really, in it, just being inside four walls and playing what? Xbox, Call of Duty and all of that shit.
That's it. Mine's just FIFA, man. Ultimate Team right now. That's what I've been doing. But
yeah, man. No, in lockdown it was pro clubs for me, bro. Rinse that shit out.
As soon as I came back and I was like, I ain't traveling, Ultimate Team just became the new thing, man. Just week in and week out.
I felt like we were like 16, 17 again, innit?
Look, I'm still doing it right now. Honestly, it's a vibe. After work, you need an hour or two just to chill or not do anything.
Yeah, man.
Yo, man, let me just show you.
Yeah, some people meditate, other people do FIFA, innit? Like, who needs to do meditation? Who wants to sit there?
Nah, I do that in the morning. Do that in the morning. And then
get out of the way.
Yeah, you can set the vibes off right. Enjoy yourself later.
So yeah, how old are you in that, man?
I'm 28.
You're 28?
Yeah.
So what do you do normally? Like, what's your day job and that?
So I was doing coaching full-time.
What a shit question, innit?
Nah, it's a good question.
Well, you know, we have to do it. You know, we have to get it out there.
I was doing coaching full time, but I'm a trained accountant, so I got my chartership, did that standard Indian route, you know, accountant, all of that shit. And so last year I was working at the Daily Mail doing an accounting role there.
That's pretty cool.
Recently I moved into a more commercial role now, so doing more analysis and stuff. So it's fun because I did maths at uni. So it's like it kind of ties into it. But the idea is I want to try and bring coaching and motivating and just being a people's person into that corporate environment because I feel it's lacking.
Definitely, yeah. Well, that's why all of these corporate people, they go out on golf days and stuff like that.
Exactly, stuff like that.
And obviously you play golf as well.
We'll try to.
You see how I just fit that in there? You get me, man? You have to do it. But yeah, man, no, that's why they go on these corporate golf days because they're like, okay, we need to get these people interacting. Like, let's do a team building exercise. Let's go ape. You see random accounting firms going to go ape. You're like, what is going on? But there's a purpose behind it.
Doing it one-off is cool, but having someone available to just constantly speak to, because look, I guarantee you right now, people are still going through shit at work, whether it's personal stuff, financial stuff, you know, and like, I want to try and bring that energy there. So not necessarily me doing it, but managers or even junior staff are going up to talk to people and being there for one another because it helps long term, man.
Yeah, and being in a junior role at a company myself right now, so I'm doing marketing, right? So again, like a pretty traditional route. Like I wanted to do uni because my golf career kind of failed. We can talk about that. But yeah, my golf career kind of flopped. My brother's trying to be a professional right now, innit?
Living through your brother right now.
Bro, living through my brother, man. But yeah, like I need to get a degree. I need to look good in front of aunties and uncles. That was an afterthought. I didn't realize that was why I was doing it. I thought, oh yeah, I have this passion for instilling desire in people, which is somewhat true. You know, convincing people, like I did door-to-door sales, like it kind of all fits in. But yeah, like when you're in a junior position, you're not really prompted to go and speak in meetings and all of that shit. And throughout this COVID shit, you see a lot of people in junior positions not willing to speak up, and now they're just coasting. You know what I mean? They're not trying to go above and beyond, and it's the people who are already managers.
Or they don't know how to.
Yeah, exactly. Who had that experience, so they don't know how to. So I guess just like how some companies bring in massage therapists, you could also have a physical therapist. Right?
Yeah, for sure. And like having like they've got a few things going on. You got like mental health first aiders and stuff like that. But I feel like there still is a lack of emphasis towards like having someone there to talk through all the shit that's going on. Like, I know growing up at school, like I went to a school down the road here. And then like very multicultural background. And one thing I learned from an early stage was that there were some gifted kids who probably just didn't have the right upbringing. Or were just lost in terms of they just followed what everyone else was doing around them. You know, I knew people that, so I've been told that I've gone down the path where it's gone down crime and stuff like that, and it's not what you want to hear, right? Because they had so much potential but probably didn't have that outlet to go speak to someone about, oh man, this is going on at home, or I've got debt, or whatever it is.
There's another way to deal with it, and they weren't able to see that.
They possibly could have had many opportunities, you know, like we hear about like scholarships and stuff like that are available if you're pushed down the right route. And I would love to try and do that, but in the corporate space, it's like, well, I'm already there. How can I help, let's say, people who I report to? How do I make their day even better? Like, fuck it, the work's going to get done regardless. But if you're stressed right now, let's go sit out for a little bit and talk to someone about it. Like, talk to me about it. Like, how can I help you on that front? Because if that takes your mind off it, if that puts you in a better mind space, like, yo, it's a game changer. And I've realized that for myself. Like, if I need to take a break, I'm walking off, getting out my chair, and I'll go for a little walk outside or whatever. Just to like compose yourself, because you don't need that energy in the office. It's not productive. What about you? What are you doing?
So right now,
what the fuck? You haven't spoken one word.
I feel like he's just taking over the whole pod. I'm like, nah, man.
I mean, right now I'm an engineer at this studio, independent studio. I just do that on like a part-time basis. Hobby-wise and kind of like other income-wise as well is I do producing.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, so I like sell beats and that.
Yo.
Store. Got like the whole store set up.
That was a build-up, you know.
Man was just setting that up to that coming through. Come on.
Yeah, I'm just trying to, right now with that store, I'm just trying to work on the marketing side of it. Just try and, obviously this guy's helping me as well. Just try and automate. What I want to do is automate the emails so I can like, because I've got an email list. I've like built up an email list, but I just need to automate emails so I can literally just, you know, reach out to them while literally sitting at home.
So let me give you a little bit of coaching right now. Why not? Just give
let's do it.
Exclusive.
This is a one-to-one.
A little snippet. All right. So, what is it that you want to achieve on this space right now? Like, where is it that you really want to go in terms of like you're making beats, right? What's the end goal?
Yeah, make literally be able to make a living from it.
Yeah. So,
and
what does making a living mean?
And
take your time with it. Like, it's calm.
Make a living from it is literally basically financial freedom, innit? Where I don't need to. I'm not talking about like millions. Oh, I want to make millions from it. Or
oh no, it's alright to want that, bro.
Yeah. But I'm literally. I've got that mindset where I'm happy. If I can make a living from it, where I can literally, where I don't need to worry about anything else. Where if I'm gonna have another job, it's literally because I just want to, get out of the house or something like that.
Okay.
Or you just want pocket money.
Yeah, kind of like
so you
that,
can still build it on the side.
Yeah.
You want to have that income there, so it's there.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like you're doing your thing, one side of it, but you'd like to like possibly make this full time if it was a possibility.
Yeah.
Like, cool. You want to be in a nice financial position. Like you don't have to put the numbers behind it, but what I want you to think about now is what's the first step in getting there? Because this is what I do in one of my strategy sessions I have with my clients is that we plan like where we are right now, where is that we want to be, and it's cool. Like we've got the blueprint. We know how we're getting from A to B. We need to make X number of beats. We need to reach out to X number of artists or whatever it is. Like, what's that first step for you?
What have you been doing already?
What are you doing already?
Yeah.
I mean, I've been making beats.
Because you've been doing actions. It's not like you don't have any action points.
Yeah, I've got action points, but I think...
But you're trying to get deeper, you get it?
Yeah, I'm trying to get deeper in it. I'm trying to get
because those action points are good, but this is one thing I always tell everyone. Like,
it's not tangible enough.
Well, nothing changes if nothing changes. If those actions aren't actually leading to you get closer to that goal, in terms of, let's say, financial freedom right now, what needs to be done by the end of the month? Like, how many artists you need to reach out to? Is it a certain number? Do you know someone already and you need to just push that straight away right now? Like, how are you using your time and energy? Are you spending more and more time creating beats when you could be using what you've got right now to get some P coming through? And if that helps you then create like the next beat where it's new equipment you get in, or you're working at a different studio, or you're able to reach out to other artists, then it will just kind of like...
I think for me it's I mean, I'm making the beats and that, but I just need to work on actually properly sending them out to people and that, properly marketing it.
Okay, so words probably. Okay, so are you gonna do it?
No, I said properly. Right? Properly.
Calm. So if you're probably gonna do it, how many people are you gonna reach out to by the end of May?
End of May.
So now in your head, you're probably holding yourself back because you're like, okay, if I don't reach that number, I'm gonna be distraught.
Yeah.
Give yourself a tangible number. That's a target.
It's 100 people.
Okay, cool. So 100 people. Now break that down. We've got like 4-5 weeks in May. That's the 20-25 people a week. Can you do that?
Yeah, I can do that.
Yeah. Okay, cool. That's like 5 a day. If you're not working Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah.
Does that sound doable?
Yeah, that's doable. Yeah, mate.
Now it sounds like you've got a little bit of a plan to get done by May. You never know, mate. That P could be coming in the end of May. All 100 people want to take your beats. Done deal.
Literally, man. Jeez, mate. Listen, man. This is some exclusive coaching, fam, from Uncle Pri, man.
No, that's what you get. Because you can't get anything else. You got to pay for the rest. Yeah. But yeah, man, like, you see how he just dug into what you were actually thinking about. Because you're already thinking about, okay, cool, I have so many artists that I've just made connections with. You know, I have all of these beats on my store that I need to market out there. I need to put more Instagram reels out there. But like, he went deep into the source and being like, okay, cool, 25 every week, right? Is that what you said?
Whatever your number is, even if you said, look, Pri, I think that's a bit too much because I can't balance that with work. Be realistic with it. Like, if it needs to be less, fine. Like, whatever the number is, once you get there, then it's a case of if that stops working and that's not materializing into something, what next avenue you need? What's the next step you need to take? And it's like, I tell my clients all the time, and I tell people this all the time, you have all the answers. It's just a case of maybe the actions you're taking are not getting you anywhere closer to that goal because you're playing it too safe.
Yeah.
Distractions come. Like, I know firsthand, like, I've got so much shit recorded to put out on reels or TikTok videos for bands. I'm like, why am I not putting it out there? And the reality of it is I'm probably playing FIFA when I possibly should just like part that aside. Come do something that's a little bit more important for me, and like, but find that balance so I can still play FIFA. And like this whole weekend I played golf like twice. Like, bro, that's 4.5 hours of golf, and unfortunately this weekend, bank holiday weekend, is a lot longer. That's time I ain't getting back.
Yeah, exactly.
So like, if I'm gonna do that, cool, but make sure you find that time to like make sure you're pushing on the coaching, and for your sake, like pushing on those beats, and you can keep creating, but they're just gonna sit there.
Yeah, exactly.
How do we turn that into some pound signs now? Do you know what I mean? Like, is it just UK artists?
Nah, look, worldwide, man.
Exactly. So who do we need to start connecting to? Is it up and coming artists? Is it established artists? Like, you'll have all the answers. You may even have some of the plugs right now. It's how do we get there, and what kind of conversations do we need to have? I know they're going to be at this bar this evening. They're going to be doing a little set or something. Maybe I turn up over there, just be like, look, listen. I don't know, but it's all on you now, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? Like,
but is that what you try and be in your coaching sessions? Is like more of a voice of reason, kind of like a friend figure?
I am that friendly figure, but at the same time, I cut the bullshit. Like if
no, we can clearly see that.
But if you're telling me right now, look, Pri, say after next week, I'm like, okay, cool. How many people did you reach out to? Yeah, like I did like 5. I'm like, what happened? You said to me 25. What's going on? Oh, this came in the way. Okay, cool. I've not got a problem with things coming in the way, but then manage your expectations.
Yeah.
Or if you're telling me, oh, this came in the way because again I was playing COD or FIFA. Yo, is that materializing to any sales right now? And you're like, okay, cool, fine. And it's like, it's not an easy process to get to that angle, but believe me, once you start building that momentum, and I guarantee you, as soon as you see a few people starting to recognize the beats and saying, yeah, I need some of that, then all of a sudden your interest will change. Like, I know when I was coaching full time, all of a sudden I started getting more and more clients coming in. I'm thinking, yo, man, this is mad. But then my situation was I needed to get myself a mortgage, and doing self-employment for 3 years is just long, so fuck that. Man's gonna get a full-time job, balance the two. And I realized like my energy was being spent at work and not really coaching, so it was a case of I was cool with that because I could still help people by doing Instagram content.
Yeah.
And so I'm managing like this new path I'm going down and trying to find that balance, and every day we're learning and stuff. But like for yourself, if someone said to me, Pri, you're making an excuse right now, if I genuinely felt I was making an excuse, all right, okay, calm, cool, I'll put my hands up and be like, I've got to do some more work. But for yourself, you know the answers, my G.
Exactly.
Yeah, man. And I think it's like that balance between also being a friend and then being harsh.
Yeah.
Being harsh to the point where like, you're my accountability buddy now. You know what I mean? And we had this conversation before just coming here.
Yeah.
And we've realized that to each other, we're kind of dickheads.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? No, I'm being serious. Because we just like, for example, I haven't been going to the gym as much as I should be, right?
Yeah.
So now, like you said, I set a goal of 4 times a week. If I don't go 4 times a week, he's going to get on my ass.
Yeah.
Because he's going to be like, listen, do you want to be this uncle figure that you're scared of being?
Yeah.
Sorry to put your name under the bus.
That's the bad version.
But that's the bad version of uncle. Not the good version of uncle that you got going on.
Yeah.
But yeah, do you know what I mean?
No, I hear you. And it like, in all honesty.
Because that's, like, I feel like men, if we are not kind of humbled when someone gives us advice, then we're not going to make an action because that doesn't give us, you know, enough venom inside of us. Or get our testosterone flowing. You know what I mean?
Elaborate on that further, go on.
Yeah, like, we need to be pushed. You know, I'm not, if someone's like, oh yeah, you're doing a great job, I'm not gonna be as inclined to do a great job more if someone's like, you're doing a horrible job. I'm gonna feel way more inclined to do something about it.
So let me flip that then. Why do you feel like you need that push from someone else?
I don't, like, now I feel like I'm at a place where I have that push inside of me.
Yeah.
Where I can sort of turn and look at the mirror, for example.
Yeah.
Look at that mirror and be like, listen, boss, you know you're fucking up in this, and this area. And this is how you can start making moves towards that.
Yeah, I hear you.
But before, I wasn't able to do that.
Yeah.
Because we get defensive, right? As human beings. Like, that's how we are. Now, normally. Like, I'm sure you had times, right?
So this is what I've learned, though. Like, it's changing that trigger and not necessarily allow myself to go into a place where I care about what people think. And it's more about, like, what I want to do in that moment. And like motivating myself to go and do X, Y, and Z. Like even with gym, I'm training 4 times a week, and it's a case of I've got a coach that's helped me on that front. And that, to be honest, do I need him? No. We've already had that chat. We spoke about it on his podcast that I don't need him. I want him there because he will help me.
Zone,
not even that. He will help me in terms of like, Pri, like I reckon you could do a few more reps next set. Next time.
Okay, yeah.
And it's those smaller things that, alright, cool. You can see that. Oh shit, maybe I can do some more. Or look, listen, drop that weight because your arms are shaking and the techniques are wrong. Drop the weight next week. Let's go properly, clean, and we'll build it up again slowly. And it's like throughout the whole process, we're muscle building. Then we're going to cut, and then we're going to build it. And it's like, for 10 years, I was training by myself, thinking I knew what I was doing. YouTube videos, the dog's bollocks. I never saw no gains, real gains.
Yeah.
Working with my guy right now, it's made such a big difference because I'm able to lift stupid weights, and I'm lifting them to an extent where it's like, I'm comfortable lifting them. If I'm injured, take a week off. Before, I'd still go and train. If I'm ill, I'd be like, let me go sweat it out. What are you doing?
And it's like, it's in your perception that it's stupid ways, right?
Exactly.
But in reality, it's like
not.
you have that potential, and someone else needed to take that out of you in the same way that you're kind of giving people.
You definitely don't need a push though. It's you yourself need to ask yourself, how important is that to you?
But do you feel like there's some points in life where you're going to need a push?
I think.
And isn't that why you seeked out the trainer in the first place?
I don't think I needed anything. I wanted it because I feel like in life we don't need things.
Mm-hmm.
Like we don't need to eat. We'll starve if we don't eat, but we want to eat. We don't need to drink water. We'll dehydrate. But we want to drink water. Like we don't need X, Y, Z. We want X, Y, Z. So for you right now, you may want to get bigger in the gym. You may want to be in a better physique and better shape. That's cool. You don't need someone to help you get there.
Yeah.
You have it all up in here.
Yeah.
You may want to get someone to help you do that, and that's a different. As soon as you start feeling you needing something, I feel that's when the resistance comes in.
100%, yeah.
Like if I said to you right now, yo, you need to clean up the studio.
Yeah.
It's like, but if
this
you
is not even my studio, fam. You know
but then if you said to me like, yeah, no, I think I definitely want to like sort this out. Like I definitely want to like put this there and that there. It's a different energy.
Yeah.
So as soon as you stop changing need to want, game changer. That's me personally anyway. That's what I personally feel. Like I tell all my clients is I need to work with
it reminds me of that book that we read, innit? So Third Circle Theory is kind of like you changing from just being sort of self-absorbed and kind of seeing yourself outside of yourself.
Yeah.
Like looking at that mirror. Looking at the mirror as a trigger.
That's what I call it.
It's like just zooming out.
Yeah.
Right? Because it's just the same way as like when people watch football matches. It's so easy to call out, oh, why didn't you just make that pass?
Yeah.
It's not the same when you're actually on the pitch.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Albeit they should make that pass, but
yeah. I mean, he probably should, right? He's doing it professionally, getting paid more than doctors. You know, all of the Indian people are saying that shit right now.
100%.
But yeah, man, like you turned your attention to sort of giving yourself out and giving all of these nuggets. Tell us about a time that you were stuck.
Oh yeah, no. So
back in the day, where were you stuck? Like, were you stuck in this whole accounting thing? Were you like, this is not giving me enough?
Yeah.
Or what was it?
I'll give you like the deep story behind it. So like at college I did maths, econ, and graphics, and I really like that graphics.
Sounds like a fucking nightmare to me.
Bro,
graphics I did. I feel you on that, bro.
Nah, graphics was mad and I loved it, but I wanted to do like graphic game design. I wanted to make the next FIFA and stuff like that. And I got advised that it's not going to be profitable moving forward and stuff like that. It's hard. We love people like that, innit? It was
become much for me,
bro. It was jarring. So I said, "Fuck it, I'm good at maths and econ. I do that at uni."
Yeah.
Did that. Got into a graduate scheme where I'm doing the ACA. Yeah. It's fine. And at the same time, like this whole stereotype that you had to be a provider. I was in a relationship as well. Like I need to grind. I need to be that standard Indian guy that works hard, makes money, gets a house, gets married, all of that shit.
Yeah.
And throughout this whole period, like I didn't realize that these were things I was doing it, but
say it. It didn't really work.
There wasn't a lack of enjoyment there. It just happened to work. And so when I started the coaching program, the great things was that I met loads of great coaches, and I did a course with one of the mentors there. She fucked me out because like she had me balling and all sorts. But we realized that throughout this whole period of time, my attitude and my behavior and everything I was doing, I had some limiting beliefs where I felt unworthy throughout the whole process. And for like 20 odd years, I was doing things for other people, not for myself. So it's
Can you give an example?
I used to rank all my boys at work higher than me for no reason whatsoever.
Okay.
I did better at uni than some of them, but I still ranked them higher than me. Their opinions mattered more. I was always on the defensive. I don't know.
Because clearly you're not like that now.
No,
but before, like, why would you?
Just felt like I wasn't good enough.
Okay.
And so naturally, like, if I was challenged, I had to like get myself ready for a fight to like back my case and stuff. And it was annoying because I used to get called emotional and stuff. And it was like, bro, you're not really emotional. You just have something to say, but that's triggering you right now, and you don't feel worthy enough to actually have an opinion. And what's wrong with having your emotions out on the table or something means something to you? And it was all like just playing in my head, and it used to just piss me off so much, and I used to get very angry, frustrated. There was times where like my ex, if she tried to like cuddle me and stuff like that, but back away kind of stuff, and I just felt unworthy of her love in that moment. It was fucked, and I was like, yo, was I really like that? Shit, man. And like now, after being coached and learning about it, it's like I don't want to live that life anymore because I know what I bring to the table. And so like that really changed the game for me. And so those were like clear moments that I realized like, yeah, man, I'm not doing this anymore.
Okay, so it was more of a place of like insecurity and trying to make yourself more confident.
Like
and that battle that you had,
bro, at school,
got you to like these passionate
at
points.
school. I was that guy that wore fresh white Air Forces, but I felt like if it was like dress down day, man, I'm color coding everything. I used to have the pink laces out with the blue laces out and mix and matching.
You do more to stand out rather than just stand out yourself.
Exactly. I stood out to make sure I could meet everyone else's requirements, despite the fact that everyone came out like all blacked out, all chilled. I'd be that guy that stood out from the crowd to feel as part of the crowd. Whereas now, if I stand out, it's because I want to stand out. Like,
okay, so that used to give you worth. So
kind
of like how people used to wear Gucci and all of that. We said on the podcast before, and just so that they can feel like there's some sort of hierarchy that they're beating.
Yeah, exactly.
They're not.
Nah.
Right.
But in that moment, I didn't feel like I was part of that clique, that group, and so I had to be different. I know when I was working, like I was that guy that had 4 or 5 different suits, different shoes every day. I felt like I had to stand out. Like, yo, man, this is Pri.
To make up for what you were lacking
in my head, but in really, I wasn't lacking shit.
Exactly.
It's just that chase for validation.
Exactly. It's so fucked.
And it weighs you down, like
100.
Like, you must have had times like that.
Yeah.
When you were younger, like, give an example.
I mean, off the top of my head, isn't it?
Off the top. We can take our time, by the way. You don't have to rush.
You say take my time. What if I take 20 minutes?
Take 20 minutes then, man. What? We haven't until 9 o'clock. We have an hour left.
No, I mean, when we were in school, like secondary school, innit, we'd always try and like,
act out.
Yeah, like literally act out for. Like,
we wanted to get noticed, right?
Yeah, wanted to get noticed.
Wanted to be one of the funny kids.
Yeah, we wanted to try and like. So we'll do something that's not necessarily in our character. Just for the sake of maybe we'll be one of the cool kids or something.
Yeah, same thing that he's saying, right? Maybe we'll be accepted.
Accepted, yeah, basically, like, and it's kind of like when you get older, you kind of look back and it's like that was a bit stupid. It's a bit like the whole thing is stupid. Like you look at how we acted in secondary school, like how everyone acted. Yeah, you realize how stupid it was, because like everyone was.
And the people who don't deal with it and go back and maybe get some mentorship, they won't be able to see the fact that they might still be living as those insecure characters.
They still are
in some way, shape, or form.
I was living like that for like time, and I like what you're
because you carry that trauma.
Exactly, and it might not even be trauma. It might just be a case of this was for you to be like, yo, I'm that guy right now because I did X, Y, Z. I have to continuously be that guy. And no, you don't, man. You don't have to be a class clown to be that guy. You can be yourself. If you want to concentrate right now, you can go sit your ass at the front.
Yeah, exactly.
If you know you're slacking in this subject right now, you want to pull your grades up, you go sit at the front. Like, why do you care what everyone else has to say? But at that time, it consumes you, and then that follows you until you start working on it. So
yeah, exactly.
I realized that, like, it's not ideal, but I definitely resonate with you. Like, schools are definitely, it's not a dark place because I don't think that you should look back and think that it's a stupid thing. Like, you weren't to know, like it's kids for you, innit? Like, kids are still doing it right now. Like, I've got cousins who are still in school and they're like, oh yeah, I had a go at the teacher because I was like, what are you having a go at the teacher for? She's just pissing me off. What's she pissing you off about?
Yeah.
What you talk to her about?
Could be anything.
Oh, nah, because the other boys did it the other day, so I thought I had to. You don't need to do shit, man. Like, talk to me. Like, what's really going on? And it's like, he's not that kid. Yeah. He doesn't want to be that kid. But it feels like he needs to fit in because everyone else is doing it. No, you don't. But then if you don't fit in, then what happens? Do you have a shit childhood growing up?
Yeah, you just get alienated, no friends.
It's a weird one, but you got to find your own ways. I wish I had someone like giving me that kind of advice and that push earlier on, but.
Yeah, I think we all did. I think that's why we have turned probably, and correct me if I'm wrong, but we've turned to this self-development sector on YouTube and Spotify and whatever, because these guys have allowed us to see, hey, that was probably not me.
Yeah.
Now I can turn it and focus on things that are going to give me the peace, the validation, without me having to not be myself.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Definitely.
Like, it's just like in the music industry, when like we don't want to ask for help.
Yeah.
We don't want to seem like we're not as good as the other producers, right? Or you don't want to seem like, you're begging. Your former self, you'd be like, I don't want to have this conversation on camera. Like, this guy's like basically walking me through these steps that I should probably already know as a producer. But he's just fleshing it out.
I'm just being
you already knew it. He's just fleshing it out.
As soon as you tell me something, I'm gonna be like, exactly. What did you just say? Okay, so when are you gonna start doing that? Like, I remember my first podcast episode, and it's my boys from school. They're in the music industry themselves right now. They create beats. They create their own music, and they're like hustling, and like in that conversation, it was interesting because they shone some light that their grind to get to where they are. Like, they were doing jobs that they didn't go uni. One of them was really, really smart. The other one had to do a couple of retakes, and they both said to themselves, look, I don't want to do this anymore. Like, I really want to just give music the utmost chance. They went on Britain's Got Talent, got to like live semi-finals. It was sick, and since then they've just been building, and like, it's mad to see their progression. And when I spoke to them, I didn't know like they were going through the hustle that they went through, like some of the jobs that they had to do to like stay afloat, like rent, pay for studio time, to get on Grime Daily, SBTV, stuff like that. Like, the hustle is real, but you keep pushing, you'll get there. And like, they didn't give a fuck what people thought.
That's how you have to be, because especially in music and that, like, if you want to literally get to a higher level, you need to kind of detach yourself from public opinion of you. Because like, when you start, not just music, to be honest, when you start anything like a business or something, everyone's gonna be looking down at you, like, oh, this might not be a good idea, this might not work out, like, what are you doing, why don't you just get like a normal, why don't you just have a normal job and all that. But it's for those initial steps, you need to kind of just be able to, I would say, have thick skin, but just
get through those barriers, innit?
Yeah.
Because we know that people who are saying, oh, just get a normal job, that comes from their place of insecurity, where they were like, oh, fuck my dreams, I need to do this because I need to be the man, right?
Yeah.
Like how you were saying in your relationship, you need to be that guy who has the financial fort down.
Yeah.
And I need to be moved out, blah, blah, blah.
But if someone's saying to you, but you said right there, like, I've got to get that normal job. If that normal job don't fulfill you, why are you doing it? You know, the amount of people I've spoken to, and they're like, I just don't like what I'm doing. I'm like, what if you could make the same money you're making right now in this well-paid job right now, but doing something you really enjoyed? How would you feel? Amazing, Pri. That'd be like the dream. Okay, cool. What if you made half of that? It'd feel great still being able to do what I wanted to do. All right, then fine. So why are you wasting your time and energy doing something that's not really like filling you with joy?
Yeah, exactly.
Bottom line of it is that you can still make that income if you hustled harder doing something you really loved. Like, if you really love producing beats right now, why are you not doing that full time? We'll just leave that there.
You actually are. No, I thought it was just like a rhetorical, one of those.
No, he wasn't doing a monologue. He was waiting
for me.
Yeah.
Why am I not doing it now? I mean, I'm already set. I'll say I'm semi-consistent, but I could be a lot more consistent with it in order to actually to get quicker and bigger results.
Yeah. You said I need to get.
Yeah.
You don't need to get. You want to get consistent.
Yeah, I want to get. Yeah. See, listen, mate. Listen. He goes in deep in it. Like, no, that's true though. Like,
there's a map laid out for you, and it doesn't matter what path you go down. It's a case of, if the goal is by the end of the year you want to make, let's say, 5 figures in terms of just purely from beats only, right? Whatever those 5 figures are. How many beats do you need to sell? What price are you selling them at? Who are you reaching out to? Where are you going to get that income from? Are you doing it on a website, or are you going up to people with this? I don't know. Have you heard, do you listen to, what's it called? Diary of a CEO?
All the time.
Stephen Bartlett. So he's done an episode of Wretch. And Wretch's hustle, like, to get to where he was initially, like, it's insane. Like, he would take his mixtapes to the local shop, get his friends to go buy the CDs, because obviously, and then
the Jones effect, isn't it?
Yeah.
I was like, bro, that is mad. But it's a way to, like, still kind of like build that hype. And like, obviously you may not want to do that right now because CDs don't pop, but like, it's a case of
it's the same thing as other people putting it on stories, isn't it?
You need to get it on Spotify.
Like, get all your mates to do one story at the same time.
What kind of beats do you have?
Arrange, like, I do obviously trap. So I do a bit of drill. Underground, old school.
Yeah.
But yeah, just
like Tupac type beats. And all that shit. That's
like,
the main thing that's popping off right now.
Yeah, that's what's popping off.
That's what's getting reviews.
On the whole, it's like just melodic stuff, isn't
it?
Just that's the whole kind of I was gonna say gimmick, but the whole kind of the whole kind of vibe is just a.
You do a gimmick. Is that what it is?
Yeah, the whole kind
Fair
of
enough,
vibe is.
Now listen, let's cut this podcast off. I need to find someone else with a side hustle still. It's not working for me.
I mean the whole kind of vibe is just melodic, vibey stuff.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's the whole kind of. I think now like there's a plug. There's literally a plug. There's this site which whenever a rapper literally says on like Twitter, "Oh, I need beats" or something like that. There's literally a plug which will I think what it does, it gets that tweet, it puts it on.
Are you on that? Are you on that plug?
Yeah, but I'm not gonna lie, I haven't actually used it.
So what do you have to do?
I need to use it. That's why. Yeah.
I should sit in that chair and turn around.
You wanna
say no?
I'm joking.
Yeah, no. But that's the thing in it. Like,
yeah,
it's just about actually.
That could be your answer, man.
Because I could obviously I could make some sales from that.
I know you might need to do some Uncle Pri coaching sessions. To be honest with you, I'm just saying.
Listen, man, you need to do.
You might need to put it out there. But yeah, no. In that conversation, obviously, like I love the way you question him, right? But clearly, there's so much room for people to get defensive when you're doing this coaching.
Yeah, of course.
So give me some examples of people who have just been defensive, and how did you overcome that in your coaching session?
So it's that everyone's different. So I know my idea is to build a relationship with them where they're gonna get authentically me. Like how I'm speaking to you lot right now is how I speak to my clients.
And you got under his understanding first.
Exactly,
right?
and you got to understand, like if someone's coming in quite aggressive or quite like pissed off, and they don't want to go into it, there's a reason. Now I've got you. Now you're fucked. Yeah. And they all know this before. Like you're fucked right now. Like you can give me all the excuses. We can spend a whole hour of you giving me bullshit. But towards the end of it, you're gonna be like, Pri, man, man, I fucked it. And so I had that one client who said this to me, and he just kept going round and round in circles.
Yeah.
I was like, bro, you never said this before. Like, where's it coming from? And he said, nah, like it was just getting so infuriated, and you could just see that it was something like really bothering him. And it took us maybe like 45 minutes to like get through like 3/4 of the session. For him then to turn around and say to me, yeah, man, like, I needed that. And I said, what happened? And he said, I'll be honest with you, like, I'm just scared. And as soon as that came out,
okay, cool. Finished now.
And I said, no,
you're my guy now.
I said to him, no, we're gonna carry on for a little bit longer. I'll actually do that with my clients. Like, I don't care if you booked in for the hour, we might do an hour and a half. Like I've got you. And we extended it for a little bit longer. And it was like finding out what you're really scared about. Because now I've got you all triggered and I've got the energy out of you. Okay, cool. Now let's talk about it. Yeah. Because now you've opened up to what's really bothering you. Yeah. If I can help you work on that, you ain't gonna be angry. Yeah. You're gonna be calm and cool and chilled about it. You're not gonna let these small things bug you. And it was just it's slowly just getting to that stage. And there have been times where like people have got defensive and they don't like what they hear. But what they fail to realize is that they'll tell me something, and like with you, what did you say? You said I need. I listen to everything. Yeah. So I'll catch them out. And I'm like, did you just say this? Yeah. Did you not hear what you just said? They're like, fuck's sake, I did say that. Fuck, man. I didn't mean that. No, yes, you did. Don't chat shit to me right now. I know
why
you
keep listening to me for? What are you, a fucking life coach or something?
Exactly. Exactly. I tell them before, and I'm like, you're not gonna hate me.
You know I'm a life coach, right?
They're gonna hate me, but like
read my certificate.
That's exactly that. But I have a big emphasis of care towards my clients. Like you're paying for someone to get you those results, and I'm not gonna allow you just to bring up bullshit. Like if you're gonna say something which isn't gonna serve you, and you know it's not gonna serve you, and you say it to me, I'll call you out for it. I'll be like, you just said this last week. You told me you were gonna go gym 4 times. What happened? Yeah. Oh yeah, I went out Friday, Saturday. How's that serving you? What did you achieve from Friday and Saturday? Yeah. Like you really want to get in this physique. Like you really, really want it, or do you not want it? Because if you don't want it, cool. Let's stop talking about it. Let's just talk about the other thing. Yeah. And they're like, nah, Pri, man.
No, let's go back to that.
Nah, I really
That's
want
my
it,
team.
man. I really want it. And I'm like,
I need it.
And then you realise
I need it. No, you don't need it. You want it.
Exactly. No, but then they say to me, look, Pri, I'll be honest with you. The reason why I went out is because I've been feeling lonely recently. I just want to get some more female interaction. I'm like, alright, okay, cool. So why are we not talking about that then? Yeah. Like, fuck, I know you're going to go gym next week right now, but tell me, let's spend the next hour talking about what's going on with you in this feeling of loneliness. Like, are you healing right now from previous experiences and relationships?
X, y, Z.
Or has someone rejected you recently? Like, what's really going on? Talk to me. Get through that, and I guarantee you
I suffered an ego boost where some girl just rejected me outside my uni or whatever. Yeah, it could be anything, right?
Is that what you're saying happened to you?
Well, I mean, I haven't been in uni for a long time, but yeah, maybe in the past.
But okay, fair.
Maybe in the past. I've been rejected a lot. You gotta put yourself out there, boys.
Rejection is calm, man. You learn a lot from rejection.
Yeah, man. That's one of the most powerful tools, I think, is rejection.
Mm.
Or just starting something.
Yeah.
And feeling like I went to a pottery class. What am I saying? I went to a pottery class. See how I said that properly? Alright, cool. Yeah, and I have never done it. I've never done pottery in my life, right?
That's how he looks at the camera straight off.
But yeah, when I started doing it, obviously I was shit, right?
Yeah.
And
Wait,
the teacher was kind of ridiculing me.
Why did you go to pottery class?
Listen, I go on dates sometimes, innit?
Oh, it's for a date?
Yeah, obviously. Okay. I'm not going to do it with my boys. Like, oh, boys, let's do it. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. But in that scenario...
That's what I was just saying.
He's like, why are you going without me? I took you top golf. But yeah, no, when you're starting something new, like even when I started golf for the first time, obviously I looked ridiculous, not hitting the ball 5 times. There's other people around me. I'm getting this pressure to, actually connect to it. But then once you do that, 3-4 times, or like the first time you go on a roller coaster and you're shit scared of heights, after you finish the roller coaster, you're like, this was sick. I want to do it again.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just putting yourself in that scenario first, kind of beating yourself up.
Yeah.
Taking an ego being, and then getting to the point where you're like, okay, I'm gonna conquer this now.
Yeah.
This is my bitch now.
For sure.
You have to say that in your head.
Honestly, like when it comes to like rejection, just touching back on it, like one thing I always tell like everyone, whether it's dating or like careers or you're looking for a new job, if you've got rejected, stop seeing it as that you're not good enough for them. Whether it's again someone stood you up or not decided to like want to progress with you, etc. Like see it as you weren't right for them, because if you were right for them, they wouldn't have said no. If you go into a job right now and someone says you look pretty, you're not right for the role. Okay, cool, fine. Yeah, I wasn't right for the role because you weren't right for me. Not because I'm shit.
Yeah.
Because the moment you start putting yourself down over and over again, bro, that's where it fucks you up.
Yeah.
And then you fear rejection. You don't want to go to apply to another job right now, or you're going to play it safe and stay in this 9-to-5 job that you really hate because you're so scared about someone saying no to you. So what if they say no to you? Them saying no to you is the best thing that ever happens to you, because maybe it opens an opportunity for you to then do something different. Like this guy this guy may not ever want to buy your beats ever again, but it then causes you to not spend so much energy in trying to get him to get something off you, and you start spending it on someone else who really wants you. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
Man, this is mad.
Fam, this is like a little therapy session for myself. But yeah, like even with the job thing, like I had that experience, right? Like you witnessed the whole thing.
Yeah.
Right? So obviously you get made redundant in COVID, blah blah blah. So when I lost my job, basically, I was also in that place of like, okay, cool. I wanted to leave 6 months prior to me actually getting made redundant. So I wanted to leave for ages. And I was stopping myself because I had one interview. Interview went really badly. They said, oh yeah, it didn't go that badly, to be fair, in hindsight, because all they said was your experience is not long enough. We want someone to have been at a company for like, 2 years so that you can move on to the next one, move on to a bigger company. This was, I think it was an interview at McDonald's for their CRM executive position, which is a huge company. It doesn't sound luxurious, but, that's a good, 40K.
Yeah.
Which was like 28K more than I was getting, right? To be specific. And yeah, once I was like, okay, I need a job now. That's when I had to go on interviews and stuff like that, and then I had to face rejection. Then I had to be like, okay, cool, I got rejected, but now I don't have the luxury to pass off opportunities, so I'm just gonna go. So I forced myself through it. But I was in that spot where I was like, I don't want to get rejected again, and I'm comfortable. But even when you have the luxuries, you still have to push yourself if that's not the reality you want to live.
Yeah. I had before I got this role, I knew I was definitely going to leave the Daily Mail, and it was like, I've got to get out. Like, if I don't have anything lined up, cool, I'll keep applying. But I'm being very selective in where I want to go and what I want to do right now in terms of building my career, etc. And fortunately, I had like 3 or 4 potentially last stages, and it was just a case of and the one that said yes, I was like pretty gassful because I felt like the vibe was going to be right, and I'm there right now, and it's been like a week and a bit, enjoying it so far, so can't grumble that at all. But like I had one for a company for ASOS, and I was thinking,
Yeah.
Bro, that
I was thinking about the
discount.
clothes as well.
That
Yeah.
discount.
Yeah.
Hey, come on, man's gonna. I'm saving shit. I tell you that, man. I'm just gonna be spending all my money there.
Yeah.
And, I'm like, you know what? I'm trying to build this influencer space as well. You know, like walk upstairs, go to the studios. Take it. Come on.
Yeah, man. No, I've been seeing you in these Instagram lives. You know. This guy's been getting some high profile little guests on there as well.
Nah. I've been invited through still, but like going.
What, through your life
stages.
coaching or?
Nah, as in through Clubhouse.
Ah.
So Clubhouse, when that was popping off back in 2021, I got a few decent connections. I don't know what you just said right there, bro. You spent over my head still.
I just said it's interesting in French for no reason.
Thanks.
For no reason at all.
This guy's just trying to be a smart ass, isn't he?
No, not even.
But so that I got plugged in through there, and then honestly built some like great relationships with people.
Yeah.
Which have benefited me long term, like being able to go on live and we did the dating talks.
Yeah, no, I saw like a glimpse of that. I was like, what is this guy doing on here, man? And then he's like pandering because all the other ones are girls, so he's like, listen.
Nah, but I know.
He was holding the fort down. He knows what to say.
Nah, I know. It's not what I know. I know it now.
But you have to be. There's no other way to do it.
That's why, yeah.
But like, no, honestly, like throughout that ASOS process, I was thinking to myself, you know what, this is gonna be like great for me. And then they basically said, look, Pri, we think you'd be fantastic, but we think someone's better. And it was a case of, I think if it was like a couple years ago, I would have been hurt by that.
Yeah, because why would they even say that though? Low key.
And to me, I'm just like, you know, if I was that good, you would have taken me. Maybe I'm just not right for you, not you don't think.
Not the other way around.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? Like, not that way. You're not right for me. Not I'm not right for you. You're not right for me. Because if I was right for you, I'd be there right now.
Yeah.
It is what it is, man. It is what it is.
Yeah, man. So all the uni students who just finished uni, obviously it's really hard to get a job right now, but like, you might not be trying hard enough on your side. Do you know what I mean? Just get rejected a couple of times.
Yeah, but I think it's also difficult as well. Like when you go into uni, like there is this privilege that you should
have a job in it, and when you don't, it's even bigger.
I was lucky. I got a placement year, so I worked at Nissan for a year. That was sick. But I did 100 applications to get there, and I started the summer before second year. Like,
was this accounting as well?
Nah, I did a marketing role there.
Oh shit!
Completely different. Yeah, it was mad though. I loved it. But I started applying to those jobs like end of first year, second year before we started, because that's when you get all your applications done, right? And me and my ex at the time were like grinding, and all our friends just chilling, summer, relaxing,
taking it easy.
And then all of a sudden, come like January, February, like out of the 15 of us, like 13 of them have got jobs already. I'm thinking, what the fuck am I doing wrong here?
I started early,
bro. I had like 40 assessment centers, it was dead. But like, end of the day, everything happens for a reason. I got Nissan, going into that job, 20 years old, turning 21, having a brand new Nissan every 3 months. You know, that's when
that's pretty mad,
bro. That's when they got the UEFA Champions League sponsorship. So there were events. I went to like one of the Chelsea games. I could have gone to a few United games, but it's too far out. Yeah, mad. Like things happen for a reason. I had a great time there. Like I think towards the end, the guy said to my manager, was like to me, "Yeah, we'd love to bring you back." So obviously, you'll have to reapply, but we'd definitely love to bring you back. And for me, it was, I'm going to go down the ACA route. This is different, but I really appreciate the opportunity. And it was amazing. Like, and those things happen for a reason, and like that helped me like going into my grad scheme application. So it was like, well, if you don't say yes, okay, cool, I'm not gonna let it get to me. And then all of a sudden I had a number of jobs that are coming my way, and all of a sudden it's
because
like,
of that
which one do I want right now?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I back myself. Like I turn up to an interview, like everyone would be like shirt and tie and take your earrings out and like no beard, clean shave. Fuck that, man. Look, if you don't like me for who I am right now, I ain't turning up, bro. Like,
if you're shaving for an interview, what are you doing?
Clean shaven, fam.
Bro, imagine if I went clean shaven.
It was a thing apparently. In a corporate environment, it was a thing. But now, fuck that, man. You're crazy.
Yeah, and companies are so modern now as well. Like they have like, pool. They have table tennis there. They try and make it a good atmosphere. They'll bring like fruits in the Tuesday and Thursday mornings.
Stuff like that,
Just stuff like that, just to sweeten the pot a little bit.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying, man.
You know what I mean? Do you like accounting?
I never had a problem with my last job. I'm not gonna lie, like doing audit, didn't have a problem with that. Like I think it was just I was very fortunate. We had a squad squad goals were always like levels there.
But did you enjoy the job?
It was okay. Like, see, the thing with me, I was very different in my role. I learned how to talk to managers very early. So if I had studying to do after, I'm like, listen, when do you need this for? Everyone would sit around and stay till like 10, 11 o'clock. I never worked past 5:30. Very rare occasions was it like 7 o'clock.
So you spoke up? Because that's what a lot
Listen,
of
5:20, laptop's going down. We're staying 10 minutes, have a chit chat, out the fucking door, mate. I weren't wasting time sitting around. And maybe it was a bad attitude to have, but like for me, it was a case of I've got other shit I need to do.
It's having respect for yourself.
Also,
and my first role, I stayed until 6:30 for no reason, getting paid what I just said I got paid.
If I didn't need to do it, why am I going to stick around? Like, do you need this done? If you need it done, cool, let's talk about it. If you don't need it done, I've got other shit I got to do. I had a decent experience in like the first 3 years getting my qualification in, then moving roles. Like, finance is finance. It's a stable income that can be made, and it's decent. Like as you progress up the ranks, is it the bee's knees? Is it fantastic and fun? I hear my friends who are consultants.
Balance, is it?
Well, I've got friends who are consultants, and what the stuff they say to me, I'm like, yeah, that sounds so cool.
What
the fuck you talking about? But it sounds so cool. But it depends on everyone's wants, you know. Like if someone wants stability right now because of their family situation, or maybe they're looking to get married, etc., etc., they're all patterned up. Fine, it might be the right career for you. For me, it was, I think this is why I want to like carry on with the coaching, is to like bring that into the corporate environment and be that guy that does maybe numbers, but at the same time, I want to sort your whole team out to make sure they never ever actually have to go through like shit times alone. And they know the company is always there to support them. And if I can help take that to other places, fantastic. But it's a process.
Yeah, man. And I feel like the best managers already have those traits, but they are very few and far between.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean? There's like 2% of managers. Like, to be fair to you, my manager right now has, you know, made me pull my socks up a little bit. You know, and motivated me in the right way. Is like, okay, this is how you're going to get to management. You want to get more P's, right? You want to be exposed to meetings. You want to speak in meetings because you like speaking, right? You like talking out your ass sometimes, but you know, it's cool. And he speaks like that because he knows that's the way he's going to get through to me.
And that's key.
Yeah.
Knowing how to speak to people. If you don't know how to speak to people, you're not going to get anything. You're not going to get results. And this is what I learned. Build that rapport. Get to know what their interests are. I used to have managers come up to me and be like, so what United saying then, huh? And just to troll me. But it wasn't to do with anything about work. They'd come out of their way just to piss me off, but it was because we had that relationship where we could talk football talks. And it was calm. And I'd go up to them later on and be like, oh, what were you talking about yesterday? What happened today? You're going to carry on or not?
Yeah, just to take the piss a little bit, because at the end of the day, if you're going to be there for 40 hours plus, you need to make the environment enjoyable. And that's why when you were like, oh yeah, maybe I didn't enjoy my job as much, but I had that squad. And that squad kept me going.
And the squad was different. I know about managers and that. Like, I'd go and chill with them. Once I'd built that rapport, like if I ever needed help,
he knows where to go. You get me?
I'd be like, yeah, listen, look, we'll talk football later, but I really need some help on this. Like, can you give me like 5 minutes? Yeah,
and that's the best thing to say to a manager as well.
That's what I'm saying.
Show you're interested. Show you want to do this shit.
Yo, there was a point where I had to take a day off to go get my tattoo done. Right, and I told my manager, and he was like, "What do you need the Monday off for?" I says, "I'm going up to get my tat done." And he was like, "All right, okay." Cool. It's your annual leave, like
because you earned that respect by that.
And honestly, at that point, it was calm, because if I was ever busy on another job and I wasn't actually working for him, he'd come up to me and be like, "Look, Pri, have you got any time?" And because we've already built that relationship, I'd be like, "Yeah, I can spare like an hour or two later on this afternoon if you want, just to knock it out." So I'll appreciate that, and vice versa. Like if I said to him, "Look, yo, I've got to bounce early. I've got a doctor's appointment." Yeah, okay, cool, safe, bye.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that's definitely how you should do it.
But on the flip side of it, how can you still apply that communication in regards to building this business of yours in terms of like the beats and stuff? Like how you speak to certain artists, or how you speak to other producers or studios, or wherever. Like if you've realized that next studio is giving you better equipment, more time, etc., more exposure to other artists, how do you build that rapport so that you can benefit you long term? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's the thing. Like definitely, especially when like let's say reaching out to artists and that.
Yeah.
I think you need to actually build a relationship with your potential clients.
Yeah.
Not just be like, oh, yo, do you want to buy a beat or something like that?
Yeah.
Because
or just let's work in random people's comment sections.
Yeah, have you seen that? You seen
Promote this on earthworld.com. It's like, bro, you're in my Instagram when I'm talking about going clubbing and shit like that.
Yeah, literally.
You're in my Instagram comments. You're not gonna get work like that.
At the end of this year, like next week, when you've got an hour free in the evening, hit me up. I'll have a session with you.
Jeez.
No, literally, I'll give you a little bit of insight in terms of like what I do with some of my clients, but I'll hook you up and just channel the way you think in terms of, because I feel like there is an element of passion in regards to what you're trying to do and what you really want to get to, but maybe there's too much thoughts going on right now, or there's too many buts. If maybe it's like, is this really going to work? Maybe you're scared about how to approach X, Y, and Z, and fuck it. Like, if I plant the picture out for you of what's possible, it may motivate you further to say, fuck it, let me just go and do it and see what I want.
Yeah, man, I'm down for that, man.
I'll hook you up.
Yeah.
Thank him.
No, that's beautiful, man. Like, I guess it's more like him helping you see the map, but then you leveraging what you already have.
Yeah.
What already exists. What do you do that already exists?
I don't know anything about the industry.
Yeah.
When someone asks me about like helping them out for a divorce and stuff, I've never been married, fam. I can't help.
Yeah.
But I know you know the answers. Like, if you need to speak to some counselling, if you need to get your feelings out, okay, cool, fine, let's talk.
Yeah.
Because you know every single answer. He knows how to make this podcast blow if he really wants to. He's telling me how many episodes he's sitting on right now. He knows what he needs to be doing. He needs to find a way of maybe getting you some more time to get more stuff out there. You know what I mean? To edit, like, do you need to do that together? Does he need to be with you to do? I don't know. But he'll have all the answers in his head.
Slowly getting there.
Yeah,
Slowly getting there.
Do you know what I mean? Like, you talk about golf.
Bro, I used to fuck up his time, you know. I can't lie. No, we actually came to a mutual understanding. But yeah, it just goes with the process, isn't it? Like, I might have been able to see that if someone like you came into the picture and been like, okay, maybe we need to do a clip in between so that he has time to do the episode, and maybe we need to just put episodes out rather than me continuing to get more guests on so that you have a bigger backlog. Do you know what I mean?
Look, fam. You know what this guy did, right? Basically, I initially said, right, in April, right, let's not have.
Hey, we only did 2, by the way.
Okay, but still,
FYI.
All right, yeah, but you're still hoping to do more in it.
Like 7, I had 7. I had 7 lined up.
No, but basically in April I said, let's take April out to just work on like editing the content out, because obviously we've got like a whole backlog of guests, and we've got like this whole waiting list. So rather than film even more guests and kind of pile it on, let's just take the time out to just edit. This guy's like, okay, yeah, cool. Like literally like a week and a bit later.
Then I get excited,
Man, I got excited. Just booked a whole load of guests in April again. I'm like, bro.
Because I'm like, there's so many people I want to speak to.
And,
like, I've been asking Uncle Pri to come up for like 3 months.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, by you getting that content out there, what you'll realize is that, like, some of my audience may listen to him and be like, yeah, right, like, yeah, I want to jump on that. Like, yo, might hit you up, be like, look, if you've got time, if you think I might be interested, cool. That it may give you even more guests.
Yeah,
and you may get something else completely from it. Like, if you bring on, let's say, someone who's, this is just me thinking off the top of my head right now, but say someone like who creates their own clothing line, for instance. You bring them through, they come onto the pod, right? That generates some sales. They're like, you know what, cool, let me hook you up with a few t-shirts. Thanks for that little sponsor or something like something this could still be. This could no longer necessarily be a pod where you're bringing guests on. It's a case of getting paid to bring guests on.
Yeah, exactly.
Your following is going to take even more. You know what I mean? Like, if this generates, let's say, another 2 followers, there's 2 more followers than you had before who really fuck with what I do. There's 2 more people that are going to be listening to your shit. And then you bring more and more. It just constantly keeps
That's how you have
building.
to think about it, man.
Definitely, man.
If you're creating content, you have to believe in the snowball effect.
Yeah.
You can't just say, trust the process and then, not be in the process yourself.
Exactly. That's a sick one. Put that as a caption.
Yeah, man. No, there's captions coming through, but yeah. I think there's this clothing line called Season, by the way. He's wearing that right now.
Yeah.
I hear us up, give us some free shit in it. Like, that's what we care about. We don't care about this whole podcast thing. We just want free food and free shit. So give us that. Anyways, I think we can wrap this up now. This has been sick. Love for coming on, bro.
No, appreciate it, bro. Appreciate it.
Definitely, man.
Go hit him up on Instagram. You're on Spotify as well, the Unfiltered Podcast.
Yeah.
You want to say your @ quickly?
Yeah, @UnclePri with an underscore. Unfortunately, it's not
Yeah, man. No, whoever has Uncle Pri, we're coming for you, bro.
Yeah.
Gonna take the underscore away. But yeah, listen, guys, take care. This has been episode 79. And I'll speak to you guys soon, innit? You want to say bye?
Peace, man.
Cool.